Hello, beautiful people of Westeros. Lord Carlas here again with a second video, and I hear you say, "But Lord Carlas, my lord, you haven't talked about dragons at all." And they, of course, they are the main feature of this game, right? This game, as some of you may already know, is very similar to this other game which ended last year, which was Lord of the Rings: Rise to War, and it had heroes like Aragorn or Gandalf instead of dragons, but the mechanics are exactly the same, right? So you have in this game dragons. You can hatch the dragons in the hatchery, opening this chest which you can acquire with gold. You can acquire them just by playing passively, and also by rewards via events, and just playing the games you will eventually get some keys, right? You can also spend gold, which I recommend that you do, in the chest to get the dragons rolling, right? I don't recommend that you spend the gold on fast building anything or fast recalling your armies, or I don't know, don't go to the warehouse. Just spend the gold in the early on, at least in the chest, to acquire more variety of dragons, right, in the hatchery. If you are a little bit more, I don't know, you want to spend some money and you want to buy some golden keys, you can spend them on legendary dragons. What is a legendary dragon, my lord? You're not explaining anything. Okay, if you go to the dragon tab in the stronghold, you can go to the dragon pit and you can see your dragons, the ones that you hatch and the ones that you already have and those you already don't have. So if the game loads correctly, which it doesn't want to, I think streaming the video is too much for my poor phone. Okay, you can see Feskar. Feskar is a champion dragon. What is a champion dragon? Well, dragons have classes, okay? There are several classes. You have the warrior class, such as Veigar. Veigar is very famous in the last TV show that you may be watching. Is big and ugly and also very resilient, right? So the warrior class is like a tank class. It is designed and its abilities reflected. It is designed to receive the hits and the attacks of your enemies in the fight. So you can see that Veigar has an ability in command that says Fiery Bones. If you click it and you read it carefully, you see that it taunts 3 enemies in a lane for 2 seconds. There is a 25% chance that it happens. So Veigar is there to take the hits, and it is very good at doing it. It has a very good stats. And how do you see the stats? Well, you can see in this graphic tab here, you will probably don't have unlocked it by default. If you press it, you can see its stats. You can see my Dragon Veigar is level 32. You can upgrade your levels either by giving them food to a certain level, at least. In the stage 1 of the season, you can feed your dragons to level 15, but no further. If you want to upgrade them further, you have to fight with them, conquering tiles or attacking rogue armies that you may see in the different tiles, spending stamina, of course. Every attack that you make against an army or a tile will consume 10 stamina, right? You have a maximum amount of 100 stamina, and it will slowly regenerate back about, I don't know if it's 10, 12 or 14 per hour, more or less, right? So, as I was saying, there are warrior dragons, there are hunter dragons, which are more like sneaky dragons. They will hurt you, and they will also usually weaken you, right? Crimson, it has blood scale terror. What does it do? In the odd numbers of rounds, like 1, 3, 4, and so on, has a 20% chance to inflict a stun on one enemy in any line for 2 rounds. So it will make some chaos control, and it will also make some damage in the rounds 2, 5, and 8. If you upgrade your dragon at level 10 stars, also the chance of stunning the enemy is increased to 40%, and you can also read the abilities and you will understand it very easily, right? So you have the warriors, you have the hunters, and you have the champions as well. The champions are more like the DPS, right? They have like a persistent attack usually. You have Seasmoke, which has Cleansing Wrath. Cleansing Wrath. Each round cleans up to 3 positive effects from enemy and also deals in several rounds a certain amount of damage, right? You have also the Sentinel class. The Sentinel are like the support. They will usually, like Dawnseeker does, it has radiant wings. It will each round with a 30% chance to increase your instinct and initiative, which are some of the stats that the dragons have, by 20% for one round, and also deal some damage. Pretty nice dragon, Dawnseeker. I love it. You have Shimmer, which is also a sentinel. It has unbreakable loyalty, and it will heal your allies in the army, which says here recovery. No? Apply recovery to 2 other allies in any lane. And it says, it explains to you in what rate it works and so on, but you need to have this dragon at 6 stars or plus. This is a game designed to be played for months, if not years. You will not get 6 stars in 1 month, or probably not in 1 year with the luck that I have, right? Each star that you want to upgrade your dragons to takes more points. So having a 1 star is very easily. If you get enough chest, you will easily get all the blue dragons, all the purple dragons, and some of the legendary golden dragons. But to upgrade them to 2, 3, 4, 5 stars is very difficult. Thunderstrike, I was very lucky. I got like 1,000 points of this dragon in one of the chests. This is not my favorite dragon, but now that it has 5 stars, it has become one of my strongest dragons, as it should be when you are lucky, right? It has its sets of skills, and every dragon has its purpose. You can see, however, that the blue dragons, even a 24 blue dragon, which 5 stars has 100 strength, for example, right? Higher level blue dragon with only 2 stars, like Dawnseeker, has much worse stats because of the difference of stars. This is reflected in the size of the dragon. Velar, a purple dragon, it says here in the top right, Sentinel hatchling. This means it has just come out of the egg, so it's fairly weak. But it is already stronger than a 2-star blue dragon, because purple dragons are stronger than blue dragons, and golden dragons are much stronger than the rest of the dragons, right? And I think that's a very obvious thing. So that's a little bit about how the dragons and how their type and abilities works. There's also a new feature, which are the behaviors of the dragons, which we can see very quickly, as it is fairly soon in the season. There's not much to show about it, but if you go to the dragons, as we can now, you can see that I have this behavior ready to unlock if I had the resources, right? These purple relics and these hunter specific points will allow me to upgrade this ability for this dragon. This will give you flexibility on how you use your dragons and how the synergies work, and it also will make them much stronger, right? So how do these dragons actually work? Well, these dragons, you use them, of course, for combat. The dragons are like the heroes you use to lead your armies. Every armies have 3 lanes. We have talked before about the lanes. Attack 2 different lanes, 2 adjacent lanes. What are these lanes? Well, these lanes are the vanguard, where actually Veigar is located. You have the right flank, and you have the left flank. You can also see that each dragon that you own will buff a certain type of troop, right? Veigar buffs the infantry, the archers, and the siege. And each kind of or type of troop is better or worse against a different one, in a way similar to how stone pepper scissors work, right? The lancers are good against the horses. The horses are strong against the infantry is good against the archers, and in the other way around, they are weak to each type. So you can just change it by clicking on the different factions. My faction, the southern faction, has a hidden buff to spearmen, so when in doubt, I will always probably select the lancers as a default troop. I can save the army, and that would make me ready to attack any tile, right? So how do I attack a tile? I can only attack a tile which is adjacent to a tile that I own or someone from my faction owns. So I can attack this tile, but not this one, right? So as I am adjacent to this one, you can see that this tile is defended by a level 33 army, which has almost 11,500 troops, right? So I will click on March. I will select my army. I will probably change my type because lancers have no advantage against infantry, so I will click Edit. I will select, for example, horses that are good against infantry. I will save, and I will send it. It will take me 2 minutes and 10 stamina to get there. When I get there, a fight will happen, and if the fight ends with a victory before 10 rounds, you will take the tile or lose and return defeated to your stronghold. But if you win, you will, of course, take the tile. If you don't finish the fight in 10 turns, it will be a draw. It will start the phase of stalemate, and another fight will happen after 4 or 5 seconds, right? It is not very complicated. I recommend that you don't attack stronger tiles that you must, because you will lose, right? And you don't want to waste your armies. There is an exception to this. You can see here that there is like a progress, right? You have the chapters. Focus on these chapters heavily. They will help you to learn the game, and they will reward you when you complete each of the missions or the quest of the chapter. So if these missions tell you to build the storage, and you will be given in return some resources back, and you can use these resources to build the next building that the chapter recommends you, and so on. You will grow much faster than building everything at once without care, right? That is my biggest tip of my biggest piece of advice that I can give you to grow fast in the game. Unless it is said in the chapter that you have to, for example, attack a level 6 tile, don't go for a level 6 tile if you are not ready for it, right? You will see that it will tell you that if you want to march on this tile with my level 15 single dragon army, which only has 2600 points, it would be impossible to take it, right? I could attack this tile 20 times, and I would lose the 20 times. Veigar is coming to the tile, and the fight will begin. As you can see, the armies start to lose, the dragons start to lose also life points and die, and there is a draw. which has allowed another battle to happen. The combat ends up with a victory for Veigar, and now Veigar can be recalled to the base. I can move a different army to this tile if I want to, and also I can, of course, reinforce Veigar if I wanted to. I can click the reinforce button, and the soldiers that are supposed to come to the army will take 1.5 minutes to arrive. Okay, I can also cancel the process if I want to. I would do that, and I will recall my army. Why would you want to recall your army? Well, you cannot change the kind of troops your army has if you are not in your stronghold or in a fort. So most of the times I would recall my army instead of reinforcing, because I would probably want to attack this tile, and this tile has archers, so I would want to change the type of soldiers from, I don't know which type I have, I don't know, horses. I would like to change them for infantry, because they are good against archers, and so on, right? That is more or less how it works. You can see also here that I have 129 out of 129 tiles. If I want to take another tile, I will have to lose to abandon first one of these tiles. I will do so because I want to keep conquering, right? I want to keep growing, because every tile you take will give you more resources and it will accelerate your growth a lot. I think that's more or less the basics of how the combat works, and how the dragons should be used, how should you progress with your dragons. As I said, I didn't talk much about feeding the dragons, because I cannot feed them anymore. They are beyond level 15. It says here that I cannot feed them, right? Campaign stage, dragon level cap reached. 15 is the max right now. It says here in the left bottom corner. Campaign stage level cap, it's 15, not allowed, right? Every time you unlock a new dragon, you can feed it to the level that the campaign stage allows you, right? So I don't know how much I have left to explain on these videos. If you have any questions, as I said, ask them in the comment section of the video, or I don't know, contact me via the game or whatever. I hope you like the game, and see you in the next one.